Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I have a foundation to review for you guys today. It took so long to get to me, even though I ordered it the second it launched, but it took so long to get to me that the excitement is kind of died off, and it's just turned into a really big controversy, which I'm not going to touch on very much today. I have the Tarte Shape Tape Matte Foundation. I chose the matte over the hydrating because I do have oily skin and I wanted to test out the mattifying abilities of this foundation. I feel like I need to touch on it just for like 2 seconds. The shade range is awful. You all know this. I do think it's silly for a lot of bigger YouTubers and a lot of people just in general to boycott this product because of all the other products that they have reviewed where the shade range isn't that great. So I don't understand why they're picking Tarte to kind of gang up on and not buy their products. I get that Tarte is a bigger brand, but there's a lot of bigger brands that these bigger YouTubers have bought from and used their products and tested them out for us on their YouTube channels. And those products did not have a large shade range. Some of these foundations that they've tested had like 6 shades. So I'm not sure why people are going so crazy about this, other than the fact that their Shape Tape comes in a bunch of different shade ranges. So Tarte has the ability. I'm not sure why they didn't utilize all of these colors. They do have more colors coming, but as of right now, they only have colors for white people, basically. So that's all I'm going to say about that matter, but I really just want to test out this foundation for those of you who just want to see how the foundation wears and how it does. For those of you who don't really pay attention to anything else, there is also another controversy over the hydrating foundation. People are saying that it is just a copycat of their, I think it's a hybrid gel foundation they have. I'm not really sure. I haven't used it. I haven't even looked into it, but I do know that Tarte took that foundation off of their website for a little while. I don't know if it's back up, but people were saying that it was the same formula, same everything. But once again, that's all I'm going to say on that. So I just want to jump into this and see how it wears. I do have a big day ahead of me, so I will be giving this the best shot of seeing how well this wears throughout the day. So this is what the packaging looks like. It looks very, very similar to the Shape Tape, pretty much identical to the Shape Tape. And I got the shade Light, Medium, Neutral. And I will admit it was very hard to try to choose a shade online. They all look the same. I don't know why Tarte did that, but I'm just here to review this foundation. That's all I'm gonna do. So opening this up, so this is what the packaging itself looks like. On this side it says Tarte Shape Tape Matte Foundation, and then on this side it says Tarte Double Duty Beauty. And I'm sure most of you have seen reviews on this foundation already. I am getting this up pretty late because of how long it took to get to me. That's super, super frustrating, but besides the point. I haven't watched any reviews on this foundation yet because I do want to go into this review with an open mind and make sure I'm not subconsciously basing my opinions off of someone else's. I noticed just now on their website, when these foundations launched, they came out with a sponge and a paddle brush. And so what I was going to do today was on one half of my face use a sponge and then the other side of my face use this. But I just looked on their website and they are not even selling that brush anymore. Since they don't have that brush up on there anymore, I'm not going to use this and I'm going to use a sponge all over my face. I'm really hoping that this foundation matches me today. I think it will. I'm not very tan today and this looks pretty light in the bottle. This foundation is $39, so I appreciate the frosted glass bottle that it comes in. It feels very nice, very heavy duty. I like that when I'm spending a lot of money on a foundation, they gave me really, really nice packaging. I bought a Dior foundation the other day and the packaging was just this little plastic bottle and that foundation was $52. So I do appreciate the nice packaging of this. I am also today going to be trying to use my Shape Tape with this foundation. It might be a little bit too light. I still haven't repurchased another one of these. So we'll see what happens. I have pulled my hair back. I really hate trying to put on foundation with my hair down. It gets everywhere along the sides. So I just pull my hair back. So when I open this up, let's see. It does have the classic Shape Tape doe foot applicator. I'm not really sure how this is going to work for the face though, because it is such a small applicator. Hopefully we can get enough product on our faces without having to dip in here a lot of different times. So I'm going to start off just by applying some of this to my cheek. I have already moisturized and primed my skin. I'm just hoping that this foundation isn't too dark for me, because I have a baby shower to go to. My best friend is having another baby, so I actually get to go to this baby shower because the other one that she had, I was sick. So I didn't get to go last year. But that's how much product I have put on my face for the first application. So hopefully this will cover a decent amount. Let's see. So that definitely did not cover as much as I was hoping for. You still see a lot of red marks peeking through. That is all of my hyperpigmentation peeking through. I only have 2 active breakouts right now. I have one right here next to my lip, and I have one right here. But all of this, that's hyperpigmentation. It is not acne right now. It is the result of acne, but not acne right now. So yeah, that definitely did not cover as well as I was hoping it would. So I would say that this is kind of a medium coverage, but I think color-wise, it's quite yellow. I did get the neutral shade so that we wouldn't have to worry about it being too yellow or too pink, but it does look awfully yellow. But it might dry down to a different color. I'm gonna put some more right here and try to build that up. Yeah, I don't think I really like this applicator with a foundation. It's just a little bit too small. I would prefer a pump. So that seemed to cover up a little bit better. I'm gonna bring this down some on my neck. Gosh, that is so yellow. That doesn't even match me. In what world is that neutral? I tried, you guys. I really did. You know me and trying to pick out foundation shades online. Total bust every time. So this is this side of my face, and that is with the foundation. Definitely a buildable medium foundation that could go to full. Obviously, I think that's pretty full coverage. That is one of my acne spots at the moment. This is a scar that is developing, and it is very, very dark. I'm testing out 2 new products right now for hyperpigmentation and acne scars, so hopefully they start kicking in and working. They are very expensive products, so I have high hopes for them, but we'll see. So that is drying down very quickly, I think. It kind of feels like a powdery finish, but it is still transferring on my fingers, so it's not completely dry yet. So let's move on to this side of my face. I can't get over how yellow this is. Another thing that I will comment on, usually when you put a foundation on your face, you can kind of make it travel all over your cheek. This kind of, where you put it is where it stays. It was hard to manipulate that first application kind of up here where I didn't really apply any. It all wanted to stay right here. But yeah, the coverage isn't that great right there. This is so yellow. Okay, I'm gonna stop saying yellow because I know I've said it 15 times already. So yeah, that was the first application of this side, and then second application of this side. It is buildable, I believe. It hasn't looked too cakey or anything yet. We'll see what happens when we build it even more. Let's do another layer on this side. my ear is like a completely different color than my face. Trying to fix it, but so I am, after the second application, I'm still seeing a lot of redness peeking through. So I don't know. This is not a full coverage foundation in my opinion, which is what I expected from the Shape Tape foundation. Let me look online. I don't even know if it claims to be a full coverage foundation. Yeah, it claims to be a full coverage foundation. Let me read some things it says about it. It says that it is a vegan and oil-free full coverage foundation with a creamy texture and modern matte finish to complement our cult favorite concealer. I don't think it was very creamy, honestly. It did not want to move around on my face, and I would consider a creamy formula to kind of slide around on your face a little bit so that you can blend it in. It says that it provides the same full coverage as its concealing predecessor. I don't even know that word. It smooths over pores and imperfections with rich airbrushed full coverage that dries to a flawless matte finish using a unique concealer inspire wand. I don't really like the wand, I already mentioned that. The formula absorbs oil and shine while leaving skin creaseless, hydrated, free of flakiness or cakiness, and helping to improve skin health with every application. So now I'm excited to see if it is creaseless all day, hopefully, because when I do crease my smile lines, and I crease a little bit on my forehead, not too badly, mainly my smile lines and around my mouth. Put some foundation on my forehead before it drives me insane. I don't really have any bumps or acne scars on my forehead, so that was pretty easy to apply on my forehead. But these other places, I still feel like I need to build this up more because I do want full coverage today. And it is already starting to crease right there. I just looked at myself in the bathroom mirror and I look really, really dry and kind of patchy. You can still see all my freckles. That's a freckle peeking through. These are all freckles. I don't think this is a full coverage foundation at all, which is really strange because their Shape Tape concealer is super full coverage. I don't know why they didn't just like make this into a foundation, just a bigger bottle of this. I guess that's what I was kind of wanting, but that's not what this is at all. It makes me kind of wonder if I should have tried the hydrating one because this looks super something on my face. What is that? What in the world is that? Okay, I don't know what that was, but I was like barely rubbing it and it's already, there's a spot there now without foundation. So this is not transfer proof at all. It rubs off very easily from what I can tell. And I still want to build up this coverage. I'm going to try to stay away from my smile line so that we're not getting that extra creasing and cakiness so that we can give this foundation a fair chance. But right now it's not looking very good. Definitely oxidizes. That's what it looks like when I first apply it, and that is not the color of my face right now, so it definitely gets darker. Keep that in mind. I feel like you can see my pores really badly right here on my cheeks. I don't feel like my face looks that great right now. This is not really impressing me. I'm still seeing all of this, and I put almost three full layers on there. The last layer I put was kind of just trying to spot conceal with my foundation. I look very splotchy, I think is a good word for it. I don't know what's going on right there. It's not the same color. Maybe I just need to wait for it to oxidize right there. I think that's the problem. Okay. So that is all the foundation I'm going to put on, or else it's going to get super, super cakey really quickly. I am upset about my under eyes, but I am going to put on some concealer. I'm going to put on the Tarte Shape Tape concealer to see how it mixes with this foundation. I feel like as I'm putting this concealer down, it's just picking up all the foundation. Another thing, did this foundation release early? Because I had it in my calendar that it wasn't supposed to release until the following Sunday, which I guess would have been this past Sunday. I don't know. I had it in my calendar for a completely different day, and it released like a week early. I don't know if it was supposed to or if I just had it wrong. Let me know if you know. But I am going to do a wear test for this foundation today. That could be a total disaster. I should probably just take it off. I want to take it off, but for you guys, I'm going to leave it on and test it out all throughout the day just to see if it gets any worse or if it just kind of stays this level of bad. I'm definitely creasing though. Just looking extra splotchy. I don't know. It's really, really strange. I feel like my under eyes are creasing really bad now, which usually doesn't happen with these Shape Tape. And I just applied it. I am going to finish up the rest of my makeup, so I will be right back to show you guys what my full face of makeup looks like for the day. One last thing to show you guys, I was trying to build up the coverage right here on this spot, and as I'm like pushing the beauty blender, it's just picking up all the product off of my face. Let's see if I can fix this. I have finished up the rest of my makeup, and this foundation isn't looking as bad now. It still will not cover this little spot. I don't know what's wrong with it. I'm just kind of waiting for it to oxidize a little bit more and see if that helps. I do think that this foundation looks better in natural lighting, so as soon as I leave my house in a couple minutes, I'm gonna pull out my camera and show you guys what it looks like in natural lighting outside. I think that this lighting is kind of making it look a little bit worse than it actually looks. Adding a little bit more makeup on top of it, it's helping it a little bit. I feel like it's kind of hiding the color. The color is kind of messing me up still with this foundation. It is very, very yellow, and I'm not very yellow right now. So, I think it's almost 9:30, and I do need to get going. So I will check in just a couple minutes as soon as I get outside to show you what it looks like right now. So I'm already running behind. My gas light is on, and I'm trying to make it to the gas station. Then I have to go to the bank, and I'm seriously so behind this morning. I did not mean to be. I filmed too long. But the makeup, it looks okay right now. I feel like the longer I wear it, the better it's looking. I'm not really sure what that means, but I will check in with you guys in a little bit. It is 9:30 now, so I will see you guys in a couple of hours. I feel very, very rushed this morning. I thought waking up at 7:30 was going to be good enough to meet my other friend at like 10:30 at her house so that we could leave and drive the hour and however many minutes to our friend's baby shower. But I am just rushed. The ATM was not working. I almost ran out of gas. I didn't though. I made it to the gas station. And now I have to drive like 40 minutes to my friend's house, and I don't have my money to give her. Oh, but this makeup, it's not looking that bad. I feel like the longer I wear it, the better it looks. But we'll see. We'll give it a couple more hours and see what it looks like. But yeah, I will check in with you guys. It's 9:40 right now, so let's just say 9:30 so it's easier to count. I will check in with you guys in a couple of hours, and we will see what this makeup is looking like. We'll see if it looks the same, any better, any worse. We'll see. I will see you guys in just a couple of minutes. Did I just say minutes? I meant hours. You guys know what I meant. Okay, yeah, see you in a couple hours. Honestly, you guys, this makeup looks so better right now than it did when I first put it on. It is 12:30 now, and when did I put this makeup on? 8:30? So yeah, it's been on for just a couple of hours now, and it looks so much better now than it did when I first put it on. I have slight creasing right here on the sides of my mouth. Still couldn't get that spot covered. Definitely have some acne marks peeking through, but I mean, overall, it doesn't look that bad. I still feel like I look very splotchy, but overall the makeup has, I think it mixed with my oils a little bit, and it calmed down the cakiness and the creasing a little bit, and it doesn't look as cakey on my face as it did when I first applied it this morning. So I'm not really sure what's up with that. Yeah, I feel like my oils are just mixing in with it, and it's just looking a lot better now than it did. I still, at this point, wouldn't recommend it quite yet, but I am going to test it out for a couple of more hours and see what it's like. but I will be checking in with you guys in just a couple more hours. This foundation has now been on for 12 hours. It is 8:30 now at night. I think I got this foundation on at 8:30 this morning, or was it 9:30? I really don't remember. It's been a very, very long day, and I do have a verdict for you guys regarding whether or not I recommend this foundation, and I think my answer is going to be that I do not recommend it. I look really weird. I just look really, really textured. It caked up really badly, and I'm really patchy everywhere. Like this, it's acting like it doesn't have any foundation right here, and I haven't touched my face at all today. This side I did pick right there, and it completely came off around it, so I can't really judge it by that because I was picking at it. But I feel like if I'd rub my finger, like it completely took off the makeup right there, and I wasn't even pushing down that hard. So I look really, really splotchy. And like even my forehead looks bad, and usually my forehead doesn't look that bad with foundations because I don't really have that much texture and acne on it. But I feel like my face looks really weird, and it's just splotchy, patchy, really cakey looking. So yeah, I think that's all I really have to say about this foundation. I thought there for a minute that it was getting a lot better when my oils were mixing together with it, but it looked good for maybe 2 hours out of the 12 hours, and it looked terrible when I first put it on. It looked good for an hour or two, and then it just went right back to looking terrible again. So I do not think that I recommend the Shape Tape foundation, the matte version anyway. I have not tried the hydrating one, and I'm probably not gonna buy it. I'm not very interested in it anymore. This really let me down, honestly, and I'll probably try it a time or two after this, but I probably won't be reaching for this very often. So yeah, those are my thoughts about the brand new Tarte Shape Tape foundation. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know down in the comments below, as well as if you've tried this foundation or your thoughts on this foundation. Let me know. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. I will see you in my next video.